in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to talk about right now with you is about the systemic racism that Black Americans suffer. Okay? Now, you know I don't believe in this victim mentality where everything is the white man's fault, it's somebody else's fault. I don't believe in that. I am totally against racism. I believe that you got to make a life out of what you want it to be. Okay? I don't blame nobody for failure or success. It's my responsibility. But I do acknowledge that there is a such thing as systemic racism. And I'm going to cover health care. Did you know the reason why no American has universal health care? It's because of a racist man back in the day by the name of Frederick Hoffman. So what I'm going to do is give you facts, data, statistical data to back up what you're about to hear. Get ready for this little history lesson because it's very important. 1 second right quick. So I put it on your screen. Now look at what it says on the screen. It says 17,000 children die each year in the U.S. because of lack of health care. And this is for educational purposes. This video here, let's get it.
Led him to his second hypothesis, which was in his book, Race Traits in 1896, which was that if white people who control the politics and most of the economy of the United States simply deny health care to black people, the black race, again his phrase, would die out in 2 or 3 generations. And that would, quote, solve the race problem in America. Frederick Hoffman took this theory, pitched it to Congress, gave lectures all across the United States to state legislatures, met with governors, to physicians groups. He was beloved by those establishments. By the way, he was the co-founder of the American Lung Association. I mean, the guy was no slouch. He was powerful. He was famous, and people took him seriously. Woodrow Wilson, and this is why in 1912, when Teddy Roosevelt proposed a single-payer healthcare system to cover everybody as part of his square deal plan when he was running for president for re-election, this was why that got shot down, because white people, including the medical establishment, white people by and large said, particularly the white racists in the South, said, wait a minute, if you cover everybody with health insurance, you're going to be covering black people too, and we can't have.
See, that's what I'm saying. The reason why your loved one is struggling at this point in time to pay medical costs is because of a rich, wealthy, racist white man by the name of Frederick L. Hoffman. Okay? The reason why you got people who are trying to make life and death decisions on their medications or to eat is because of this man right here. The reason why people are dying because they can't afford health care, they can't afford treatment, or the reason why people are choosing to not even go to the doctor because they got other bills to pay, even though they're sick, they just take things like ibuprofen or Robitussin or whatever it is to try to and hope and pray that their problem will go away, their physical problem will go away, is because of Frederick L. Hoffman, okay? And he was so racist. This is so racist that it backfired on white people as well. Because of Frederick L. Hoffman, nobody has complete, free, universal health care. And I've been to other countries where they actually have health care for everybody. It's not all about capitalism. It's not all about money. It is now. But that is founded upon the racist ideology of Frederick L. Hoffman and the people that he ran with. They did not want black people to survive in America. They wanted them to die out. And I'm going to give you some of his own words after this clip is done. And I'm going to show you the things he said about us. And it's what's so crazy is he took this ideology, he took this stuff to the powers that be and passed it. People listened to him, got on program with him. And as a result of that miscalculation, thinking all the black folks going to die, nobody has it. The Mexican don't have it. The white man don't have it. The black man don't have it. Nobody in America got free, universal health care. Everybody damn near got to pay a deductible right now. Everybody can't afford it. All because of racism. Now, when you talk to me about systemic racism, this is systemic racism right here. This is systemic racism. All right. So miss me with all that other BS about everything is the white man's fault. Everything. Look here, man. Some of that shit is, and some of that shit is your fault because you're too lazy, don't want to get off your ass and make it work, don't want to make it happen. So I blame everybody else for your own failures and for your own laziness. But this right here, this is a direct result of racism. And it needs to change. He just gave you a whole bunch of different presidents who tried to change it, but because of racism, racist people, racist white supremacists, they blocked it every time. Let's keep going.
White people, including the medical establishment, white people by and large said, particularly the white racists in the South, said, wait a minute, if you cover everybody with health insurance, you're going to be covering black people too, and we can't have that. So that ended that discussion in 1912. It's also why they came after Franklin Roosevelt in 1936 when he proposed a single-payer system. It's why they came after Harry Truman in 1947 when he proposed a single-payer healthcare system. But black people, we can't do that. Black people will get that healthcare. And this is why they came after John Kennedy in 1961 when he proposed a single-payer healthcare system. And it's why when Lyndon Johnson and Robert Ball were writing the Medicare law in 1965, the Southern racist senators came to them and said, you need to build into this thing a bar high enough that poor black people in the South, and 60% of black people live in the South right now. It was even a higher proportion back then in the 1960s. So the poor black people in the South won't be able to jump over that bar and show up in our all-white hospitals. So they took Medicare Part B, which is the part that pays for hospitalization, and said, we're only going to pay for 80% of the hospitalization. There'll be a 20% gap, which is the gap that you fill in with your Medigap policy now. That gap was to prevent black people from presenting themselves in hospitals unless it was just an absolute screaming life-ending emergency. So from the beginning through the 1960s, the reason why the United States never acknowledged healthcare as a right rather than a privilege was because of Hoffman's theories and white racism. I mean, they were just like intertwined. And American racism, I don't know how else to say it. And that prevailed right up until the 1980s, that kind of thinking and that kind of opposition to any kind of healthcare program.
All right, you heard it. They came from the lips of a white man, so you can't say it's a black man being racist. So, for educational purposes, of course, let me go ahead and read to you some of the things that this man said. Hold on, I'll put on your screen. Make sure it's there. Okay, 1 second. Frederick L. Hoffman, a statistician at the Prudential Life Insurance Company, claimed that African Americans were healthier during enslavement and only now were shown to be on a downward grade towards the gradual extinction of the race. Even when public health experts of the period advocated for more inclusive health regulations, they opted to focus on the capability of African Americans to spread, now listen to this, African Americans to spread diseases to wealthier white employers. Since black Americans worked in homes as maid, cooks, butlers, and laundry folks, I don't know how to say that word, laundry folks, and comprise the majority of cheap agricultural labor in the South, they referred to these inequities as a white man's burden to correct. So what they were saying is, according to Frederick Hoffman, we was making white people sick. We was getting the diseases, and we were the cause of all the diseases. And since we was working those type of professions around white people, we were making them sick, we were causing them to die off, and they had to fix this problem. It was a white man's burden because they was employing us. We needed their money. We needed to work for them. That's what he was saying, that we were disease carriers. Now, let me go to another one. If you was curious, you might see in the commercial, Prudential life insurance. If you got that, guess what? You are celebrating. You indirectly doing it. Most of you don't know this, but you are strengthening racism. You are strengthening systemic racism because Hoffman started that. Prudential Life Insurance, which is still here. It says, yes, Prudential Life Insurance is still in business and offers customizable life insurance options for individuals and businesses. Prudential was founded in 1875 as a Prudential-friendly society and is headquartered in Newark, New Jersey. The company operates in more than 40 countries and offers a variety of life insurance coverages. I don't have to read the rest of it. You can figure it out from that point on. You can read it yourself. It just tells you what type of policies you can get. So yeah, I see that commercial. And when I start doing my own research and stuff, I said, I want to try to see what's going on with the healthcare, man. Why is it the way it is? And I found this. God let me find this. So that's why. That's why you don't have universal healthcare. It ain't because of Obama. It ain't because of President Trump. It ain't because of President Biden. As you can tell, like that gentleman was saying, and these are verifiable facts that even W.E.B. Du Bois talked about Frederick Hoffman. I don't have enough time to put all that on the screen, so I didn't do it. Look it up for yourself. Other John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Theodore Roosevelt, they all tried to give you some form of universal health care, but because of racist people, white supremacy, with money, special interests, all that got involved, that kept not only the black man, but the white man, the Mexican man, the Samoan man, the Indian man, anyone who's in this country, it has prevented you from having free universal health care. There you go. It's not even Black History Month. I gave it to you. It's not even Black History Month yet, and you learned some Black history. But yeah. Anyway, you let me know what you think about this, man. I thought it was kind of interesting, man. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all have a good one now, you hear?